Hello everyone, I'm Heather Dawson, and as always, it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California every week on our show. Well, as we head into Labor Day weekend, a new survey reveals the top 5 best and worst states to live in based on childcare, professional opportunities, and work-life balance. So are you a working mother or father? Well, Vermont being the best, followed by Minnesota, New Jersey, Delaware, and Connecticut. On the other hand, Alabama is the worst, followed by Louisiana, Nevada, Arizona, and Alaska. La Jolla is known for its beautiful beaches, Tony Award-winning theater, and the Torrey Pines Golf Course. And as California Life's Audra Stafford shows us, La Jolla is also home to 7 sea caves, including the only one in California you can actually get to by land.
It's one of the nicest ecological reserves in the country. You get to see different types of animals, fish, birds, sea lions. We've been seeing turtles occasionally this summer, dolphins.
For Harry Thomas and the rest of the crew at Everyday California, sites like those are just part of the job.
It's something that you'll never forget.
Because in addition to made in California clothing and accessories, Everyday California specializes in ocean adventures.
We get to do this every single day, taking people out in the water, whether you're a very experienced water person or you've never seen the ocean.
One of their most popular kayak tours takes you to the area's oldest geographical landmarks. These are the 7 famous La Jolla Sea caves. We're about to head inside the Clam. The Clam is the westernmost cave, and like the others, it was once used as a hideout for pirates and drug smugglers. Nowadays, you're most likely to see wildlife.
This is a female, and that is her little pup.
And right next door is the only cave in California you can get to by land. The entrance to Sunny Jim Cave is tucked inside La Jolla's oldest store.
And you go down these steps. They're like 110 years old. You can see there's a pretty steep drop off once you get past these first few steps.
There's a total of 145 steps from the beginning of the hand-dug tunnel to the end.
Here it is, the entrance. And then you end up on an observation deck inside of the cave, right over the water and the rocks, and you're able to basically just observe this 200,000-year-old sea cave.
When Wizard of Oz author Frank Baum visited the cave more than a century ago, he said the opening reminded him of Sunny Jim, a cereal mascot from the early 1900s.
And the name just kind of stuck. Being able to observe this insane piece of nature is just one of the coolest things ever.
Whether you prefer to do it by land or sea.
It's something for everybody, and we do it every day.
Bringing you the best of California from La Jolla, I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
And coming up next, your favorite superheroes are teaming up for a new show and the latest trend in skimboards at the beach. When we continue with California Life, don't go away. Your favorite superheroes are teaming up in a new live show. Audra Stafford has a look behind the scenes of Marvel Universe Live Age of Heroes.
It's not a movie, but Marvel Universe Live Age of Heroes makes you feel like you've stepped right inside their latest blockbuster.
You get to see Iron Man, Spider-Man, your favorite Marvel superheroes battle it out with all these super villains. So expect to see a lot of stunts, a lot of action, and of course your favorite superheroes.
Anaheim native Kyle Murillo plays your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. The former elite gymnast and second-degree black belt in Taekwondo trains 6 days a week for 3 months alongside the rest of the performers before hitting the road on tour. But it wasn't until he put on his Spidey suit that Kyle says he really got into character.
I was nerding out a lot. A lot. I was like, I am Spider-Man. Prior to the show, we actually had to send in a giant long list of our sizes, like our wrist, our finger length, our neck length. So the suit is fitted for me.
In addition to being custom fit for the performers, each of the more than 100 costumes in the show is designed to give them maximum function and flexibility.
This is our stone soldier. They look really heavy, but they're actually pretty light. It is all just hard foam that's been shaped and molded to look like a stone soldier.
Tiny sensors are also incorporated into the costumes.
This is actually actually part of our lighting system. These little nodes emit a signal that lets the lights know where the performers are, so they automatically can track them. Our Spider-Man has about 5 because he's upside down, he's forward, he's all over the place.
But the place he most likes to be is with the fans.
Definitely the coolest thing is coming out after the show and seeing all the little mini Spider-Men running around in their costumes.
Bringing you the best of entertainment, I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
And coming up, the latest trend in skimboards, plus medical news every new parent needs to know, and how to truly talk to your doctor. When we continue with California Life, don't go away. Now let's check in with Paul Higgins with the latest on skimboards in Coach's Corner.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our final segment of Coach's Corner here at Aliso Beach, talking with Tex Haynes, the co-founder of Victoria Skimboards. Now he brings yet another great team rider, and this is Teddy Velasquez. He is 24 years old. He's been riding for Victoria for 12 years. That's amazing. He's also a musician. His band is called Solag Vibrations. Another really popular skimboarder, Nick Hernandez. Of course, he's a musician. He actually plays with his son in the band, and pretty amazing. So welcome, Teddy.
Welcome, thank you.
You know, why am I drawing a blank on Nick's band?
Common sense.
Common sense. I listen to it all the time. Cannot believe I just draw a blank on that. But so you're a musician, you ride. That's a pretty good lifestyle.
It's amazing. I think being a musician helps you with your timing as far as skimboarding so much more than anything. And any kind of board sport, like being in the right place at the right time and just knowing
that makes total
when
sense.
to hit it.
Tempo of the wave, right?
Yeah.
How about that?
Gotta like it.
Well, you know, Tex, you just said something about when he sat down, he rides an extra large board. Can you talk about that?
Most riders will ride a small board. Like surfers, they tend to emulate the pros and ride a really tiny board that hardly gets into the wave. Skimming is the same way. Teddy's figured out that if you get a larger board, you'll get further out, get bigger waves. You just have to move your foot back on the tail. And none of the other riders really seem to follow that, which is a real opportunity for this guy. He kills it.
Teddy, you gotta have some power to do that. Tell me about that.
Yeah, just you know, as far as how much you run, you're gonna catch it. Like, I got a bigger board because I was not getting the wave, and I was like, what the heck is going on? But yeah, you have to have a lot more power, and you gotta be strong and run as fast as you can, and pretty much just be determined to get the wave and have all the right equipment, the board, and
Determined.
Determined.
Yeah.
12 years he's been with you. That's a long time.
It is a long time.
How has he changed in those 12 years?
I say I love you, man, all the time now. And that's because of this guy.
I love you, man.
I love you, man.
He's passed that on.
He has. And we talked about it last week. When one of his competitors turns to him and says, take this wave, we'll know he has succeeded.
Yeah. That's pretty amazing. I mean, it's really a bro sport.
It is.
You know, it's a
family.
brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
And not to exclude the women, there's some great girls that are skimming too. We're not showing them, on the show today, but you've got some, it's a great lady sport.
It is. It's awesome. And a huge opportunity for women because it's still relatively small.
Yeah. Your thoughts about why Laguna is so good for skimboarding? I mean, it's obvious to people that come here and see it, but you don't do this in San Clemente or Newport.
No, this is the best place in the world to skimboard. I mean, there's Cabo and there's Brazil and there's everywhere, but this whole coastline is just perfect. There's so many little coves and so many side washes, and I think if you grow up learning how to skimboard here, you could skimboard anywhere in the world, and it's kind of like Jared was saying, the mecca of the sport.
Is the first step the hardest? I mean, you do it in your sleep, but if you're a guy that's in his 30s and he sees his son or daughter skimming and he wants to try it, how do you get that person to commit?
I suggest just going really slow and easy with it. Just taking one step at a time. You don't need to run as fast as you can and try to catch something that you don't know how to do yet. Just slowly ease your way into it. Yeah. Bend your knees so you're lower to the ground. If you fall, you don't hurt yourself as bad. Not all the way up here.
And know the ocean, right? Know where the rocks are.
Know where the riptide is.
Know where the riptide, exactly. Tex, you have been doing this for a while. You mentioned 40 years that you started your business, but how has the board changed over the years? You've got 3 great boards here, and The board is definitely, I mean, you shape them, you do everything.
Yeah, we've evolved into a narrow board for quite a while, a little narrower nose, and now it's come back to the fuller nose, which I think is logical. You step forward, you keep going, and the width of the board helps you in that sense. So we've come full circle back to the designs of the 80s and early 90s.
And I know this is Victoria, but why is Victoria such a good board? He's too humble.
I got to credit my crew. I have a bunch of guys that's been around for about 20 years, and they're really good craftsmen.
Okay, so that's your answer. What's his answer?
I think because they actually still make wooden skimboards.
Yeah.
And I love to compete, not compete, but I love to skimboard on a wooden skimboard for free and fun. And I don't think any other brands, I think maybe Zap Skimboards does that in the East Coast, but they're pioneered the way, and they're OGs. So.
What? Oh, tell me OG.
They're just ocean grown. They're right here, and they got the good vibes.
Teddy, 12 years you've been doing this, and obviously you've been doing it longer than 12 because you've been a team rider for 12. When you're 8 years old or whatever and you pick up a skimboard, what makes that thing just contagious?
Just ditching school and running to the beach every day. Just staying out of trouble. All your friends. I mean, it was hard to run away from it here because everybody did it. Yeah. So we just kind of just jumped on the bandwagon.
When you think of skimboarding, remember Victoria, the board and the contest, both legends in action sports. For Tex Haynes, I'm Paul Higgins. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
New parents have a lot to do to get ready for a baby, but they may not know about potentially life-threatening childhood illnesses. William Yarbrough has important health information for all parents.
How much do you really know about serious pediatric infectious diseases? A new survey sponsored by Pfizer and Parents Magazine shows parents know the least about invasive pneumococcal disease. If that sounds scary, Dr. Jen Trachtenberg says that's because it can be.
Invasive pneumococcal disease is caused by a bacteria, and it causes a bloodstream infection called bacteremia, or even meningitis, which is an infection around the brain and the spinal cord.
Dr. Jen says many parents did not know that kids are at a higher risk for getting the disease.
Children are at high risk, especially young children under the age of 2, because this is when their immune system is still developing.
There's good news for parents looking for ways to prevent dangerous illnesses.
It's really important to protect children, especially young children, by staying up to date on their vaccinations in accordance with the CDC guidelines.
For more information, talk with your pediatrician and check out babypneumococcalfacts.com.
Having an open and honest conversation with your doctor can be difficult. Even keeping information from your eye doctor could keep you from important treatment. William Yarbrough explains.
It's not always easy to be candid with your eye doctor, but good communication is key to getting the right diagnosis.
Without that communication, the doctor can't practice the art of medicine that will hopefully help you with your health care.
Dr. Nita Shami says a new study reveals the problem.
Restasis Multidose thankfully did a survey asking, when you go to the eye doctor, do you share your concerns? And sadly, nearly half of the respondents admitted to the fact that they're not sharing their concerns with their eye doctor.
Dr. Shami says some people feel like their symptoms are just a normal part of the aging process. One problem you should not ignore is dry eyes.
Chronic dry eye disease symptoms would be, sensitivity to light, tearing, redness, irritation, inability to wear contact lenses when in fact you used to be able to wear them all day long.
Find more information on chronic dry eye syndrome at restasis.com, along with a quiz that can help you discuss your symptoms with your doctor.
We're in the dog days of summer when scorching hot temperatures mean sky-high energy bills. William Yarbrough shares some new ways to keep the hot air out and the cool air in.
It's a fact. Summer heat means you're spending more money to cool your home. Home improvement expert Dave White says a quick audit will expose your problem areas.
It allows you to walk through different parts of your home, whether it's your appliances or your insulation or your windows, and really identify those areas where you have some good opportunities to upgrade to create energy efficiency and, of course, save money.
White says some simple upgrades can cut energy costs.
Smart home technology is your friend when it comes to energy efficiency. I know you've heard of different smart home things where you can control your lights and your garage doors and all. Now this Honeywell Wi-Fi smart thermostat allows you to pretty much control your home's temperature from wherever you want.
Even something as simple as adding a ceiling fan can save money.
That's really one of the best do-it-yourself projects. In our Hampton Bay, our exclusive brand and all of our designers are coming up with new and really innovative ways to make it easy and quick to install.
For more energy-saving ideas, go to homedepot.com/energy.
It's been 8 years since the death of the King of Pop, yet here at Cirque de Soleil's Michael Jackson won. His legacy is kept alive 6 nights a week in an 1,800-seater theater, able to earn up to $250,000 nightly, now in its 4th year.
The LA Times and CBS News are reporting that Michael Jackson, 50 years old, the King of Pop, has died.
The passing of Michael Jackson has left a huge void in the entertainment world. Yet, as it usually happens in life, we continue in our own ways and forget. In this truly breathtaking show, Cirque du Soleil has managed to bring Michael Jackson back to life. Running a little less than 2 hours, this production, which was inspired in a joint venture with the Michael Jackson estate, takes you through important musical stations in the King's life with a tremendous high when they actually bring Jackson back to life on stage through a hologram, leaving everyone in the theater almost gasping for air. As the cast of One has done in previous years, on August 29th, the birthday of Michael Jackson, they will be commemorating the day with a tribute celebration day that will end with a big birthday reception where the cast and fans get to celebrate the one who has gone too soon.
One is truly a spectacular show where even the mildest Michael Jackson fan can find something to fall in love with. From the Mandalay Bay Resort in Las Vegas, I'm Ron Jacobson.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, please go to our website, CaliforniaLifeHD.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. Have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. See you next time.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter. And check out our posts on Instagram and Pinterest, where we bring you the best of California.